So, where does this connection between tea and mindfulness come from? Green tea arrived in Japan from China around the 9th century, brought back by Buddhist monks who used it to stay alert during long meditations. For centuries, it was closely tied to Zen practice, as tea was considered not just a drink, but also a tool for cultivating attention and focus. Over time, different styles developed, namely powdered matcha for ceremonial use and steeped teas like sencha and genmaicha for everyday life. You may have heard of the Japanese tea ceremony, or sado. In its traditional form, every movement is intentional. From how the water is poured, to how the bowl is turned, to how it's offered to the guest. Beneath that formality, though, is a simple guiding idea: ichigo ichie, one time, one meeting. It reminds us that this exact moment, this exact gathering, will never happen again in quite the same way. That's the spirit we're borrowing today, which is not the formal choreography of the Japanese tea ceremony, but the invitation to fully appreciate this cup of tea, here and now, knowing this moment is unique. So how does all of this, the history of green tea, sado, and ichigo ichie, actually connect to mindfulness? Well, at its core, mindfulness is simply the practice of paying attention to what's happening right now without rushing to judge or change it. Tea is a wonderful teacher because it offers so many small, specific things to notice, like the aroma before you take a sip, the color as it catches the light, or the way the flavor unfolds. Each of these becomes an anchor for your attention, and if your mind wanders, you can gently return to your tea. Green tea is more delicate than black tea, so water that's too hot can make it taste burnt or bitter. As a rough guide, for green tea you want to aim for hot water that's around 70 to 80 degrees Celsius or 158 to 176 Fahrenheit, in a short steep around 1 to 2 minutes. So if you haven't done so already, open up your tea bag and put it in some hot water and let it steep. I'll guide you through a few noticing stages using the tea tasting notes as a guide. You can jot things down as you go or wait until the end and fill it all in at once. So first, let's start with just looking. Hold your cup up, maybe near a window or a lamp if you can. Notice the color. Maybe it's pale gold, or maybe it's more like a jade or moss green. Some cups can come out cloudy, some brilliant and clear. There's no right answer, just notice. If a word comes to mind for the color, feel free to write it down. Now, bring the cup close and just breathe in over it before you drink. Don't overthink it, but what's the first thing you notice? Maybe grassy, toasty, sweet? Take 2 or 3 slow breaths over the cup and embrace whatever comes to mind. I like to start by checking off a broad aroma category, such as floral or fruity, and then use the notes section to describe the specific scents I notice. Now, let's go into flavor. Is there sweetness, bitterness, something tart or savory? Is there an aftertaste? Does it linger or fade quickly? Some green teas leave a subtle sweetness after the bitterness passes. See if you notice anything like that. Next, let's go into profile. If you had to describe the overall character of the flavor in one word, is it delicate or bold? Rich or clean? There's no wrong answer, just whatever word feels closest. And finally, mouthfeel. Does it feel light on your tongue or more full-bodied? Maybe even a little crisp or silky, depending on the tea. Last thing to notice, the finish. Take another sip and just sit with it a moment. Is it short? Gone at the first sip? Medium, sticking around for a few seconds? Or long and lingering, still present well after the first sip? Then, see if a word comes to mind for the overall character of it. Would you call it clean, cooling, dry? Some teas finish crisp, others leave something behind that changes as you sit with it. Thank you for taking the time to slow down with me today. One of the wonderful things about this practice is that it doesn't require a special occasion. I hope you enjoy the rest of your tea, and I wish you a peaceful rest of your day.